If you knew that your past doesn't have to determine your future, how would you feel? Would you feel less shame, let go of the guilt, dissolve your anger, and free yourself from punishment? Dear woman, I want you to know that there are families who do not fit the Hallmark picture. For some, family is not always a place of safety, home, and belonging. It can mean stress, pain, alienation, and betrayal. If you knew that this was normal too, would you feel less alone and ashamed? Dear woman, if you knew that the path to true success is not just about hustling and muscling in a masculine driven way, but it's also about digging deep and facing the demons and shadows from where you came from, how would you feel? Would you feel less or more pressure to succeed? What choices would you make? Dear woman, if you knew that your health is more than just about eating right, exercising, and taking vitamins, but also being curious about your family line, your genetic predispositions, and humbly receiving your ancestors' inheritance, good or bad, would you feel more connected to your wellness and wholeness? Dear woman, if you knew that your money problems are not just about a lack of financial education, a scarcity mindset, or not knowing how to make money, but rather an old yet smart mechanism protecting you from your deepest wounding, how would you feel? Would you stop beating yourself up and blaming yourself and offer your inner child more kindness, more compassion, more forgiveness? Dear woman, if you knew that your biggest desires, greatest calling, and sacred purpose would require you to heal all the parts of yourself that have been rejected, abandoned, orphaned, and exiled, would you be brave enough to allow yourself to be swallowed up by the dark waters, only to land softly at the ocean rock bottom, where the stillness can heal your soul? If you knew that everything has happened for you and not to you, would you feel less victimized and more chosen? If you knew that you, woman, are more powerful than you have been lied to believe, would you then face your disappointment, anger, and grief, touch your heart's roar, and reclaim your birthright to walk the earth as a free, sovereign woman? Dear woman, if you knew that whatever traumatic break you experience with an intimate other is a carbon copy of the imprinting from your parents or primary caregivers, would you face and feel that pain again in order to be transformed by the fire so you could carry peace in your heart? Dear woman, if you knew that you could transcend whatever obstacle, hardship, or adversity you have endured, and all you have to do is surrender to the grace of spirit, would you offer all of it to the altar and walk the earth a lighter woman? If you knew that the road to sovereignty is not an ordinary one, would you keep walking that path until one day you come home to your true self? Everything you have lived through is alchemized into that sweet, precious, unapologetic offering to the world, which is authentic you, standing in her own inner authority. Dear woman, I want you to know that in every woman lives a queen who lives her life worthy of her calling, and that her true power comes from divine source. I hope you do everything in your power to return to that place of home inside of you, where you belong to yourself, first and foremost. My name is Rosalyn C. RainDancer. Thank you.